Hello everyone. Our class yesterday was Python inheritance. So today I'll be giving you guys more examples on Python inheritance. In inheritance, yesterday I gave you guys examples. I just gave you example on single inheritance. We also have multiple inheritance. We have multi-level inheritance, and we also have hierarchical inheritance. I'll give you guys an example here. Simple examples of it here. Yesterday, the example I gave you guys yesterday was very complex. So the one of today will be very simple. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. Let's get started. So first of all, let's create a file. Let's name our file class.py. Let's create our first class. Let's name this class. Let's name it parent1, so that you guys will understand when I'm talking about this inheritance, multiple and multi-level. Okay, let me use the word. Let me name the class parent1. The first parent, I have parent1, I have parent2, I have child, so that for easier understanding. So this is the first parent1. Inside the parent1, I have this function. Let's name this function 1. Let's name it function 1. Inside it, we have self. Then inside our parent1, let's print this. Let's say from parent1. So let's have the second parent. Let's have parent2. From class parent2. Let's say def from2 self. Let's print from parent2. Then let's have child. Class child. Here, our child will inherit the properties of parent1 and parent2. So in brackets, we have parent1 and parent2. Then let's write something in our child class. Let's have func child. Let's name it. Okay, let's just leave it as child. Child func self. So let's print from the child. Then let's create objects in our class, in our child class. Let's have our objects. I'll be using just one object as an instance. So object equal to child. So here is now time to call this function. Call the first function. Since our child, the child inherited the properties of parent1 and parent2. So in the object we can call the functions in parent1 and parent2. So let's call the functions. So then we can also call let's also call the function in the child in the child class. Child form. So let's run our code. Let's run it. You can see it automatically printed what we have in parent 1, what we have in parent 2, and in the child class. So this type of inheritance is called multiple inheritance. There is also a multi-level inheritance. A multi-level inheritance. Parent 2 will inherit the properties of parent 1. It will inherit the properties of parent 1. Then the child class will now inherit the properties of only parent 2. This will give us the same result. Reason being that for the parent 2 to inherit the properties of parent 1, here parent 2 inheriting the properties of parent 1 and child inheriting the properties of parent 2. Here, when the child inherits the properties of parent 2, invariably it is also inheriting the properties of parent 1, because this parent 2 has already inherited the properties of parent 1. So when the child inherits the properties of parent 2, it automatically inherits the properties of parent 1 as well. So instead of, in the multiple class, in the multiple inheritance example I give now, the child inherited from parent 1 and parent 2. But here, the child is inheriting from parent 2. So it will give us the same result because the parent 2 has inherited also the properties of parent 1. So let's run the code. You can see we got the same thing. In hierarchical inheritance, the parent 2 and the child class both inherit from parent 1. Here in a multi-level, the parent 2 inherited from parent 1 and child inherited from parent 2. So here, but in this one, hierarchical, both are inheriting from parent 1. So both are inheriting from parent 1. When you run this code, there will be an error because here we called in the child class, in the object, we called function 2. We called the function from parent 2. Whereas our child class is no longer inheriting from parent 2. It's now inheriting only from parent 1. You get? So when we run this code, there will be an error. So let's run it. You can see there's an error. You can see child object has no attributes from 2 because there is no attribute. So it's now asking me, do I mean function 1? Because it's just going to, it's supposed to inherit from the code. It's inherited only from parent 1. So for this code to run perfectly, we have to remove this in hierarchical. We have to remove this. Let's run our code. You can see it run perfectly well. So you can try it. You can use multiple examples for this. You can have multiple classes, 5 classes, 6 classes. You can try it out on your own. Please don't forget to subscribe. And in my next class, I'll be teaching you guys because I posted this video on my Slack channel, in ALS Slack channel. I got some messages from newbies. They were like I should teach them how to use Linux, the Linux system, because there are some commands I'm using here you guys don't understand, like this Vim and other things. So in my next class, I'll teach you guys, show you guys how to download Ubuntu, VirtualBox, and how to navigate, how to use it. The commands, the CD command, PWD. I'll teach you guys everything. So subscribe to my channel so that you will get notified when I post my next video. Take care. Bye bye.